Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Courtney Hancock today. I'm back for another episode of the Diamond Within podcast. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm so excited to have you here today. Hope you're having a wonderful week, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world, and with your families, friends, work, whatever you're doing. Hope it's going so well for you. And whoa, I cannot believe that January is over. Where did that month go? Holy cow. I'm just flabbergasted at how fast time is going by. But again, thank you for joining me, and I'm excited to talk about today's topic. Just being on here and getting to share this time with you. So thank you so much for joining me again. I wanted to talk about an experience I had a few weeks back. It was on a Saturday morning, if I remember. My memory, not the same as it used to be, but pretty sure it was on a Saturday morning, and I was going to an early morning temple appointment. I had to leave my house at 6:10 or 6:15 to get to the temple in time, just for how far away it is from my house. So I'm getting ready to go, and I'm tired, I didn't even really shower. I just kind of put something on and got ready to go to the temple. And then I get to my car. My car's in the garage. And then I, open the garage, and, I see the door come up, and then I look out the garage, and I see a ton of dense fog. And usually, a lot of people, when they see fog, they're like, oh no, crap, fog, I don't want to drive in the fog. But today I was on this day, I looked at it and I go, ooh, it's foggy. I was legit excited about it being foggy because why? It's different. It was this is cool. I mean, yeah, I wanted to be careful. I was careful driving in the fog, obviously, but it was just kind of fun, like a new experience. Even though I was still kind of tired, it kind of woke me up a little bit, and I was like, ooh, I gotta push my button with my fog lights, and I get to be a little bit more focused as I'm driving, driving in my car. And I thought it was just so fun to drive in the fog. It was cold, it was misty, and it was just fun. And so it kind of just set the tone for the entire day. I started off with a new adventure. We don't get a lot of fog where I live in Utah area. We don't get crazy weather. I live in a desert, so it was just a nice refresher to get something different. And so that made me start thinking well, what's the lesson here? I thought there's a few things that you can, think about here. It could be careful driving in the fog. Okay, one. It could be find a way to add some variety or spice to your routine, which that was out of my hands, but I mean, it did make my day because it was new. But the thing that hit me most was how you face a new obstacle or challenge. You can look at something new and unexpected and freak out about it and let the anxiety and emotions run, thinking of all the things that could happen that are bad or wrong, and what if this, what if that. I could have opened up the garage and go, oh crap, oh man, I'm gonna have to be really careful driving in this fog. I have to slow down, and it's be on my guard and be extra weary of just, there wasn't a lot of traffic, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to drive safe, Or you can look at it as I did, a new adventure. Don't be so anxious over something new. If you haven't tried it before, then go jump in head first, feet first, whatever applies to you, and seize it for all that it is, Don't just be timid or shy or afraid. I mean, if you're not naturally outgoing, then maybe just ease into it, maybe get your toes wet or something like that. But every day is a chance to see life as an adventure, a new challenge. It's a chance to not be scared of the unknown. We do need some certainty in our lives, right? If you believe in Tony Robbins' 6 basic needs, then we all need some certainty, but we all need some uncertainty or variety. So this was a chance for me to experience some variety and to look at it as, this is fun! And just find whatever fun you can or excitement. So the next time you encounter like something new that seems scary, that seems uncertain, look at it as, I'm going on a new adventure. I mean, the thought that comes to mind really quick here is if you ever watch or read The Hobbit, I mean, you think of Bilbo getting all these, like 12, I think it's 12 dwarves that come to his house, and then, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but, there's a bunch of dwarves that come to his house, and he's like, what's everybody doing here? You're messing up my kitchen, you're clogging the toilet, the plumbing, and all that stuff, and like, he was like, initially, like, freaking out about, like, what is going on here? Gandalf, what are you doing to me? Type of stuff. And then, he goes to bed, the dwarves clean up their mess, and then he's like, laying in his bed, and then he's like, looks over like, hey, it's the contract right there. He picks it up, he's like, something sparks in him, like a sense of adventure, and he signs the contract, and he catches up to the dwarves and to Gandalf, and he's like, I'm going on an adventure, something awakened in him, that sense of adventure, and he seized it, and it ended up to change him forever. So maybe think about that. This new thing, like a scary experience. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's a new school. Maybe it's a new degree or something, or a new path that you're chasing, a new business you're starting. I mean, this could be what changes your life forever. This could be what you just need for today. This could be what changes my entire outlook on life, stuff like that. So, it's always going to be an adventure. It's always going to be this or that. Or there's always going to be giant trolls. Or there's always going to be, a sleeping dragon that's in, I'm using a lot of Hobbit metaphors because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings and Hobbit fan. So just bear with me. I even have, side tangent, I even have a Elvish, so that's the right word, Elvish CTR ring right here because I love it so much. So just every day is a new adventure. Every day is the chance to experience life like it was something new every day, because it is. So I hope that resonates with you today. I hope that this story was fun for you and that you just get out there and have an adventure. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.